How's it going, guys? My name is EnergyPants. Today I'm here to bring you guys my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. So with the new Pokemon Go hype going around and the new Sun and Moon game coming out, I figured because Pokemon has an anime and it's somewhat anime related, I figured it was time to make my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. And so I also know that everybody loves Pokemon, and you know, I feel like a list like this would always be interesting to see. So today I'm going to go over my top 10 favorite Pokemon, why I love them, and yeah, hopefully... And then you guys can leave yours in the comment section down below, and it'll all be a good time because everybody loves finding out each other's favorite Pokemon. So I like these Pokemon for a number of reasons. Some of them I like solely because of competitive play. I love to use them in competitive play. Some of them I just like their design, and some is a mixture of both. So without further ado, let's get into my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Heracross!
Coming in at number 10 is Heracross. Now the reason I love Heracross is just because his design is really cool. And you know, in case you guys didn't know, I used to be a Pokemon channel. I used to play Pokemon all the time. And my channel used to be based around Pokemon. And this was before I started doing anime videos, of course. And you know, I wasn't really going anywhere, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I was playing Pokemon Showdown a lot and recording videos doing that. And I had a great time. And Heracross was the mascot of my channel at the time. And so that's one reason why it's here at number 10. My love for him has slowly decreased over time. I still love his design. I love the stag beetle type design with the giant horn on him, but I'm just not as big of a fan of him as I used to be. But I still think his design is great. I think in competitive play he's super fun to use as well. I'm not really sure how many of you guys keep up with competitive Pokemon, but you know, it was a big part of my YouTube and my life for a long time before I started watching anime and doing anime videos. So Heracross is here at number 10 for having a really cool design and being my mascot for my channel a long time ago. Coming in at number 9 is a Pokemon you wouldn't really expect to see at a lot of people's lists. Number 9 is Masquerain. Now I like Masquerain because of its ability to intimidate. I feel like a bug Pokemon with Intimidate was just the coolest thing. And actually my love for it really grew in my replay that I'm doing now of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because that's tied to my favorite game of all time with Pokemon Crystal. And I'm replaying, and I have a Masquerain on my team, and I absolutely love the Masquerain. And its Intimidate ability, its design, and just its overall concept with the two wings with the eyes on it, and it having the Intimidate ability, make it just a really cool conceptual Pokemon in my mind. I love the concept of it. I love using it, and even though it sucks in competitive play, it just has a special place in my heart for being just so different than all the average bug flying types we get every generation. So Masquerain is here at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is a Pokemon that I don't really know why I like, but I've always just had like this strong love for. And number 8 is Donphan. Like I said, I can't really explain why I like Donphan. I mean, he's just a tire, and you know, but I just like the idea of him rolling into like this cylindrical or, you know, circle form and then just rolling around and doing attacks with that. I've always just loved the idea. And in competitive play, he was a really good Pokemon with Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin being a really good defensive wall. And just, again, conceptually, I love this Pokemon. It's one of my favorites, obviously. I just love the design. I love the concept of it. It's 6th gen animation with the 3D sprites make it look so cool when it rolls up and starts rolling on the ground. Just because of that, I don't know. It's one of those Pokemon that I can't really explain why I like it. I just always have. It was the first Pokemon also I ever got to use in competitive play on my actual game itself. I had someone trade me a level 100 with Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin, and to use for competitive play. And you know, it was one I requested before all of the Pokemon was a Donphan because I just love it so much. But yeah, Donphan's at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is another Pokemon that you wouldn't really see on a lot of top 10 lists, but it's a Pokemon that has recently found its way into my heart with its recent Mega Evolution, and that is Medicham. So I love Medicham to death. I love its Mega Evolution, and it is just so powerful in competitive play. It's absolutely insane. I actually have a video. Well, a PokeTuber has a video sweeping me with a Mega Medicham, and ever since then I realized the power, and I've been using it in competitive play ever since. It's one of my favorite Pokemon to use in competitive play. It's got an amazing design, it's super powerful, and I just love it. I mean, like, it's a Pokemon, I can't really explain why I like it other than you know, it's just really fun to use in competitive play, and like its design is weird and it's awesome, and the floating arms on its Mega Evolution. I mean, I like regular Medicham too, but Mega Medicham just threw this Pokemon into existence for me, and it just made me love it. So yeah, Medicham at number 7.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Lugia!
Coming in at number 6 is one of the only 2 legendary Pokemon on this list, and that is Lugia. So the first Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Ruby, and then from there I went on to play Pokemon Crystal, which is my second favorite game, which is tied my favorite game of all time. And then I fell in love with 2nd gen, and I had to have Pokemon Silver. Pokemon Silver, like Lugia's design and Lugia's sprite in 2nd gen was just the coolest thing to me as a kid. I just absolutely loved Lugia's sprite in 2nd gen, and I still love it. Even though it's not as good with the 3D animations, I was kind of disappointed in the 3D models for Pokemon X and Y, the way he looked. He didn't look as cool as he did in 2nd gen. But that's why I like 2nd gen so much, because they did so many sprites in Crystal justice. Like, they made Pokemon look so cool in 2nd gen, and I just fawn over the 2nd gen sprites to this day. But Lugia, it's my favorite legendary. I don't really play Ubers that much, but I do enjoy using Lugia when I do. It's just always been it's just probably my favorite, one of my favorite legendaries, along with the other one on this list. But you know, I just love the design. I loved his movie too. Pokemon Movie 2000 was one of my favorite movies out of all of them. And yeah, Lugia at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is my favorite of the 3 legendary beasts, Raikou. Now, I really do like electric types. Electric types is probably one of my favorite types in the game. It's not my favorite type in the game. And Raikou just instantly like resonated with me in terms of the legendary beasts. I really like Suicune because he was on the cover of Pokemon Crystal, and I really like Entei because he's got a cool design too. But Raikou has just, in competitive play, you know, whenever I play UU, I always try to fit him in on my teams because he's just such a good Pokemon to use in UU, such a fun Pokemon to use in UU. And you know, he's got an amazing design with the saber-tooth tiger like teeth and the yellow and black with the black stripes on him, and I just love this Pokemon to death. One of my favorites, also playing 2nd gen, the sprite did him so much justice, and I just love it to death. He's my favorite of the 3 legendary dogs. I'm sure a lot of you would disagree, but yeah, I really do. I just love Raikou so much. I love his design. He's just so cool.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Azumarill!
Coming in at number 4 is Azumarill, and this is another Pokemon that has recently made its way into my heart with my replay of Pokemon Omega Ruby. And upon replaying this game, I realized how much I love this Pokemon. Before playing Omega Ruby, I never really even gave Azumarill a second thought. But after playing Omega Ruby, I realized how fun he is to use in competitive play. Assault Vest Azumarill, Choice Baited Azumarill with huge power. And just the fact that this is a common occurrence, you'll see it later on, but just the fact that this Pokemon, who is so cute and adorable, just this little water rabbit, can just do so much damage with its huge power and its physical attack, it just amazes me. Plus, I love his design. The blue and white work so well together. The light blue on the top and the white bubbles on the bottom just make this Pokemon look so nice. I just love it. It's so adorable, and yet it's so destructive at the same time. And then plus in his 3D sprites, the tail lights up, and it's so great to see him do like Bubble Beam and stuff, because his tail just lights up and he shoots bubbles out of his... Oh, it's so great. I love Azumarill so much.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Elekid!
Coming in at number 3 is a Pokemon that I have always loved since 2nd gen. I find it just so adorable, and it's always one of my favorites, even though it's not on a lot of people's lists, and it is Elekid. Elekid, just design wise, is always one of my favorite Pokemon. I can't explain why. Like just the little plugins on the head, and the big arms he swings around, and oh my gosh, he just looks so cool. I remember watching a short, like a Pokemon short in one of the movies with him in it, and I was just like, this is the most adorable Pokemon in the world. And I love his design. He looks so cool. And yeah, even in Little Cup, he's super fun to use. I usually like to use him in Little Cup. He's got a pretty good move pool and stuff. Electric typing, again, one of my favorite typings. And I just love his design. I love the yellow and black and the thunderbolt on his chest and the little electric plugs on the top of his head. And like I said, I've always loved Elekid for some reason. And I really like Electabuzz and Electivire too, but Elekid is just always taking the cake for me in terms of that line.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Dragonite!
Coming in at number 2 is Dragonite. And Dragonite is a Pokemon that, not because of my replay of Mega Ruby, but just because, I don't know, I've been seeing him everywhere lately. I just love Dragonite's design. Like, he's just, like, he's a pseudo-legendary, he's super powerful, and yet he's just so adorable. And, you know, don't you just want to give him a hug? If you painted him purple, he'd look just like Barney. And I just want to, like, that'd be the coolest Pokemon to have in real life, because I figured that'd be, like, the coolest guy to just hang out with, is just a Dragonite. Like, I mean, just look at his face. I mean, he's just, like, in competitive play, he's got the multi-scale ability, and he's got super powerful attack. He's really good in OU, really fun to use, even though he's really frustrating to play against. But just design-wise, I just really love how, you know, just this little innocent-looking pseudo-legendary can run through your entire team. And yeah, Dragonite is just a Pokemon that I just really, really love.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Totodile!
Coming in at number 1 is my favorite starter Pokemon of all time. I know you guys were kind of, I know you guys were wondering since you haven't seen any starter Pokemon on this list as of this point, but my favorite Pokemon of all time is Totodile. And Totodile is my favorite starter throughout all the games. And in case you guys didn't know, throughout all the games except for, I believe, 4th gen and 6th gen, I always chose the water starter. Squirtle in Red and Blue, Totodile in Gold and Silver. My first playthrough of Ruby, I actually chose Trico, but now I much prefer Mudkip, and I'd pick him every time over Trico. 4th gen was the one I chose Turtwig. 5th gen I chose Oshawott, and 6th gen I chose Chespin. And every single gen except for those two, I would pick the water starter every single time. And my favorite out of those is Totodile. Totodile is just so adorable. He's just a little baby crocodile. He dances around, and he's just so great. And I love his entire evolutionary line too, because Crocodile's design is really cool, and Feraligatr is absolutely so fun to use in competitive play as well. With his sheer force ability, it just makes him a really great threatening Pokemon to use. And then just the fact that he came from this little baby crocodile, and I just love it. Like in his 6th gen sprite, he just sits there and he flaps his arms around and he just does this little dance, and it's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. And I love Totodile to death. He's my favorite starter Pokemon throughout all of them, and my favorite Pokemon of all time, Totodile. So that's it for this list. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your top 10 favorite Pokemon in the comment section down below. Because I'd love to hear your guys' top 10 favorite Pokemon. It really is fun to see your guys' opinions, especially on this, because there's so many Pokemon out there, and so many people like all these Pokemon for different reasons. It's amazing to see. I love seeing why people like their Pokemon, and I love seeing the Pokemon people like and why they like them. It's really interesting to me. So yeah, that's why I decided to do this list. So leave your top 10 favorite Pokemon in the comment section down below. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. My name is EnergyPants, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.